Hello students, welcome back to today's class on square roots and cube roots. In the previous classes we learned about exponents and powers, and extension to that we are going to focus only on squares, square roots, cubes and cube roots. Right? My name is Avinash and I am a graduate from IIT Kharagpur. Let's continue today's session. So what is exponents and powers, which we have already discussed in the previous classes? Powers are used to represent exactly how many times a number should be used in a multiplication process. How many times the same number should be multiplied to itself, right? For example, I have 5 into 5 into 5. How many times? We are multiplying the same number 3 times. Okay, so 3 into 3 into 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 times we write as 3 top of that 5, 3 power 5. We read that as 3 power 5 or 3 raised to 5. 3 raised to 5, or simply we say 3 power 5. Okay. 10 into 10 into 10. So we use 10 3 times. We multiplying 10 3 times, so 10 cube. How we read this? 10 cube. Okay. So 10 power 3, we read it as 10 cube. 10 into 10, we write that as 10 power 2, which we read as 10 square. So today our goal is to learn about squares and cubes. Squares and cubes. Okay. So moving ahead, let's try to understand what is a 10 power 9. We already discussed that in the previous classes. 10 power 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is how you can simply write 10 power 9. 10 power cube, 3 zeros, 10 power 5, 5 zeros, 10 power 7, 7 zeros, 10 power 9, 9 zeros. 6 cube, 6 into 6 into 6. 6 into 6 is 36. 36 into 6, 6 6 are 36. 6 3 are 18, 19, 20, 21. So that becomes a 216. That becomes a 216. Okay. So 4 cube, 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. 4 4s are 16 into, again 4 4 is 16. So 16 16s, maybe 256. Let me check that. 6 6 are 36, 6 1 6 7 8 9 6 1. That becomes 256. Okay. So 256. So this is how you find the values, right? Now let's try to understand about square roots and cube roots. Before that, let's try to understand about squares and cubes. Then we'll go forward for square roots and cube roots. In today's class, we're going to discuss about squares and cubes. Okay, express the following numbers as a product of equal factors. Product of equal factors. That means if let's say you have a number 6, and you need to express that as a factors, product of factors. We can write that as 2 into 3 or 1 into 6, right? 1 into 6, 6 into 1, 2 into 3, 3 into 1. So all these are expressing the same number in terms of its factors, product of factors. Now in the same way, let's try to understand how to write 1. 1 we can write as 1 into 1, the same number being multiplied twice. 2 we can write it as 2. I don't think we can write in any way. Okay, let's try to ignore that. 4 we can write as 2 into 2. 9 we can write as 3 into 3. 16 4 into 4, and 25 5 into 5. Okay, this is how we write all this. 1 into 1 we write as 1 raised to the power 2, or simply we read that as 1 square. We read that as 1 square. 2 into 2, it is a 2 square. 3 into 3, 3 square. 4 into 4, 4 square, and 5 into 5, 5 square, and still continuing, we get 6 square, 7 square, 8 square, whatever the numbers are, right? Okay, so this is how you write a square. For example, I write 10 square, which means that 10 into 10, so which is 100, correct? I have 121, we can write as 11 into 11, which is a 121, which is 11 square. 12 into 12, 144, 13 into 13, 169, okay? The next one you get 144, the next 169, 14 into 14, 15 into 15 is 225, 16 to 16, 256, just now we solved that. So in that way, we have a number, the same number being multiplied. Again, we get that as a square. We read that as a square, okay? The next one we're going to learn about, you might have observed in the given pattern, the numbers are expressed as a product of 2 equal factors. Product of 2 equal factors, just now, right? 100 we express that as 10 into 10. 81, 9 into 9. 64, 8 into 8, right? So those type of numbers, such numbers are called perfect squares. Those numbers are called perfect squares. So now tell me, is 81 a perfect square? Is 81 a perfect square? Yes. Why? 81 can be written as 9 into 9. 81 can be written as 9 into 9, right? In the same way, I will go for 64. 64, is it 6 into 6? No, 8 into 8, okay? Let me write that properly. 64 is 8 into 8. What about 70? Is that a perfect square? 70, no. 70 is not a perfect square because we don't have 7 into 7 or 8 into 8, 9 into 9, never we get 70. That is not a perfect square, okay? So in the same way, let's try to understand more about that. So 9, 3 into 3, yes,